we have decided to give the handkerchief back to Octavia. So we walk up to the Arcanian lady to give her back the handkerchief she had dropped. It takes a moment to overcome your fear. You follow the young lady Milanitas and call out to her in a nervous voice. She turns around, her beautiful face marred by a puzzled expression. You extend the dropped handkerchief towards her. Lady Octavia's face contorts into a sneer. She signs. The guardsman indifferently. Guardsman's gauntlet-clad hand slaps you in the face. It rings your head like a heavy bell. Nose cracks obediently under this staggering force. The rest of you follow suit and you fall prone. You can discern the guardsman's voice for the painful din in your ears. Should I take the handkerchief back, lady? After a commoner's hands have befouled it, let him wipe himself with it for all I care. The carriage drives away. Thomas runs up to you and drags you back to the fountain. Your head is still reeling from the blow. The fateful handkerchief is still crumpled in your hand. So she has remembered us. And we do not have much willpower. So you experience your first romantic feelings, matters of the heart, events has happened. "12 years old now, you overhear an important conversation. It is a spring night and mother has just sent everyone to bed. You walk past father's study and hear voices coming from beyond the door. Grandfather is yelling and father is replying quietly. Both the Brante men are fighting, arguing about the place of the commoners in the city. You sneak outside to avoid mother's attention and hide next to the open window of the study. Perhaps we'll mention you too. That low-life idiot had the gall to pay me a visit and beg for some service. He had the insolence to ask me outright. He thought I was going to support his claim for the chairman's seat in a lesser quorum. How dare he? Father, please listen. Mayor Egmont may be low-born, but he carries a lot of clout in Magra. He owns 5 iron mines. A friend like him could be quite useful. Should he become the chairman to the lesser quorum? I don't give a damn who his Egmont is, Robert. What he is, however, is low-born. His lot is humility and obedience. The likes of him can never rule anything. They're nothing but a flock of sheep that need a firm noble hand to guide them. I wasted so many years trying to quash that quorum decree, but that accursed Cornelius Tempest did everything in his power to make the emperor sign the pathetic script. And now even lowly lives can wield power. True power, Robert. Just the right to discuss the size of Archduke's tax, nothing more. That is only the beginning. What's next? Are they going to arm the low lives now? Make them into judges? If the empire rejects the foundations and the lots, the entire edifice will crumble. Bah! Who am I telling this to? It is already crumbling in you, my son, an heir, and a harbinger of this destruction. Father, I'm begging you. I do not wish to marry a third time. Lydia is a good wife and a dutiful mother to my children. If you would only allow her to... I will allow them nothing. Neither Egmont nor that freeloading wench of yours. What will you want me to do next? Live by the laws of the lowborn? I can already see where this is going, and I'd rather run my own sword through my gut than live in a country where nobles and lowlife share the same rights. My only dream is to see the name of Brante in the blue book, but that dream will never come true. They will never call me Venerable El Brante, and it's all because of this marriage of yours. My only hope is to hear Stefan addressed in such a manner one day. Thank the twins, I didn't let you ruin the boy. He's about to grow up a true nobleman. His children will bear the name of El Brante. You have 2 more grandsons. Those spineless milksops from the common lot. They're incapable of anything. The best your middle son could do is sneak into the Imperial College and get ennobled by the mantle, although I have grave doubts about even that. As for the down-roaded Nathan, I hold out no home for him whatsoever. You hear grandfather's heavy footsteps, the thudding of his cane and the slamming on the door. It's time to sneak back home before you're discovered. Current balance of power in Megran, who rules the province. So we are kind of now overseeing power. So nobility still has the power, but less and less. School begins. You started studying the school of Sir Tibor of Sir Tibor, and began to master the sciences. The storm of expectations. Finally, the day comes when the teachers stop coming to the house. But before you can breathe a sign of relief and put away the books, father asks you to come to his study. You are grown, my son. It's time for you to continue your education away from home. I've chosen a deserving school for you, Sir Tibor's School, for the children of noblemen and well-off commoners. Naturally, it is not a boarding school for nobles, so you will study there during the day and come home in the evening. You share the news with your best friend Thomas. Sir Tibor's School, yeah? I gotta ask my parents to send me there too as soon as they get a coin together. Father says his workshop has toiled day and night for years to save up for my education. The school is based in an ancient estate of American design. Classrooms are tall and spacious with massive benches. The sounds of scraping quills and lectures on history and imperial law and theology echo under the vaulted ceilings. The rules are strict, the lessons tiring. Restless Thomas keeps getting distracted, and several times he gets his hand slapped with a stick for it. Every teacher demands flawless mastery of their subject. Every day father asks you about your studies. You have already told him twice how Magra joined the empire and how the noble's court of honor is different from the commoner's civil court in a city prefecture. But father keeps reassuring you to work even harder. Pressuring you to work even harder. When it is time to go to bed, Mama will not let you go to sleep until you recite a newly learned prayer for her. And when it is time to go to school, you promise her every day that you will behave with great humility and steer clear of insolent behavior of any kind, for you still live by the commoner's lot, and that lot is hard work and suffering. The first month of school draws to a close, and the teachers announce that there will be exams at the end of the month to determine the best and the worst students in each subject. Father insists that you devote all your spare time to studying law and history if you wish to follow in his footsteps. But when you speak to mother every day, you start considering theology. You still remember the revelation and divine visions that came to you in your earliest years. You have only one more day until the exam. You have locked yourself away in your room and it is already getting late. Your desk is covered with handwritten notes, surrounded by leather-bound books. Just looking at them makes you queasy, but you have to read through all of them again, at least for one of your subjects. There is a nagging thought on your mind. Thomas ended up in big trouble the other day. He got in a fight with several boys who live next street. They heard about your wooden fortress and got in an outrage by the fortification built by commoners. They sought to dismantle it tonight. Thomas swore he would defend the fortress until the end. Perhaps you should abandon the books to rescue the friend in need? But then you hear your little brother Nathan knocking at the door. He stands there shyly, not saying a word. He often does that, standing still and staying speechless till either you speak first or he runs away. But this time he actually says something. The door is locked. Are you okay, Michael? Is there anything I can do to help? Your head is spinning. This is last evening before the school exam. If you fail, your family will be very disappointed. You have to refresh your memory on law or theology, either one or the other. But Thomas and your Ford are about to be stormed. What? Why today, of all days? You grinned your teeth in rage at the thought. Nathan is by the door, trying not to bother you. He wants to help you the only way he can, for reasons known only to him. Will you accept his help? We have 4 options. Focus on law and history. So you intend to study the books on secular sciences. In this case, we are going to please our father. We can go help Thomas. You sneak out of the house and run to a wooden fort, and we make our friendship stronger. We can study theology. You devote what little time you have left before the exam to study theological texts. In this case, we please mother. Or we can spend the moment with Nathan. We put everything away and accept your brother's offer of help. So, what will you choose?